All right, happy New Year's, guys. So it's the New Year's, and I kind of want to do a wrap up video of the year and kind of talk about the future of the channel for 2026 and beyond. So we'll just get into that. And if I go on and ramble a lot, it's because I have a lot to talk about. So this video might be like 20, 30 minutes. So just sit back and relax and try to enjoy my ramblings of what my plans are and just kind of wrapping up last year and all that stuff. So, yeah, just bear with me here, and because there's a lot to talk about. So yeah, I hope you guys had a good New Year's Eve, and whatever holiday you celebrated, Christmas, whatever. Hope you guys had a good holiday week. I guess because it's in the span of like a week or so. So hope you guys had a good, safe holiday and spent time with family and friends, all that good stuff. I know I had a good past couple weeks, and actually, the whole year was actually pretty damn stacked. Like I got to do so much crazy stuff, meet so many actors and voice actors, and one of the actors I got to meet, Jillian Anderson. Never thought that would happen. That happened. So yeah, it was a pretty good 2025, especially the tail end of it. So I have nothing to complain about with that. Channel wise though, not super great. I mean, let me check my analytics live real quick for the year. Since it's been like since it's actually New Year's, so it's like the perfect time to check. Um, pull it up live here. Uh, there should be an analytics. Yep, cool. Let's see. So this past year, my channel's gotten 146,000 total views. I've had 2.8K watch time, which is bad, but I've lost 1.9K subscribers. So we gotta fix that. The views aren't bad. My views are actually better than I thought they would be. Actually, for the past year. Make sure I did the right thing. Okay, January 1st to the 31st. Okay. I should probably wait to. There might be a little bit of a discrepancy with that because it goes from the 1st of January to the 31st of December of last year. So there might be a little bit of like maybe a couple hundred views or maybe like a couple subscribers, and made $258.23 within the year on YouTube. I mean, okay, I'll take that. That's something. That's basically Mortal Kombat 2 soundtrack and like I guess Mortal Kombat 1 Collector's Edition. I guess that's what my yearly income for YouTube. That was YouTube AdSense money. That wasn't Patreon. That has nothing to do with that. So yeah. So there you go. So the channel didn't do terrible, but like subscription wise, it's not great, guys. And that's one thing I want to work on and talk about with like the future is how I can improve this channel going forward with views and subscribers and just drawing more people in. Because that's what every content creator wants to do. I don't get why people always get mad or get upset when creators say like I need to grow the channel, I need to improve my numbers, I need to like if I want to do this for a living, blah blah blah. Like why people get upset? Like well, why are you telling us? Why don't you just do the work? Because I want to be open with you guys and get your guys' feedback. That's why people vent about that stuff because they want to get feedback from their audience and from newcomers and people that find their channel through searching or whatever. They want to get their feedback on stuff like that and how they can possibly improve their channel. And same thing goes for me. How do you guys think I can improve my channel besides like editing and thumbnail creation and the obvious stuff? And I mentioned this before, but yes, I still do plan to have a new setup by. I'm going to promise you guys this: by the end of this year, it will be done. my hope is by like springtime or like early summer, we'll have it done, or like at least to a point where I can feel comfortable filming up there and like getting stuff set up. Because I literally just told my wife, I was like I actually was like kind of arguing with her about it, because I was like, look, we need to actually do this, because if we don't do it soon, it's never gonna get done. Like, we're always just gonna be like, we'll do it soon. We'll do. We need to actually do it. Like, we need to actually sit down with either she needs to take a couple of days off work, or she needs to talk to my mom and dad about it. My, my friend that is living with my parents right now, she and we need to talk to them about helping us clear out that room upstairs, and then moving all of this stuff upstairs for the most part, like most of it. Everything that's mine, move that up, like pretty much. Um, we need to. That's one thing we need to focus on. Like, but the bad thing is, I really can't help very much with that. What I can do is, when they move it all up, have it to where how I want it laid out, or how I want the room to be laid out, and the different rooms to be laid out. Because I have plans for the 3 rooms I'm going to be like using while I'm upstairs in the new. Because the whole upstairs is basically going to be my setup, basically. But for YouTube purposes, I'll get to that in a second. But because I'm mainly doing it because, not even for YouTube, just for like in general, like, this isn't the most ideal way to like live. I live in a living room, basically. My like, I would say 60% of my collection is up here. A good 40% is still like downstairs in the basement, or upstairs where I can't get to it, or whatever. Talking about my handheld game stuff, that's in the packaging and stuff. It's all toted away. But I would love to like display that stuff, and really like get hooks and display the stuff that has packaging, like display it on like those hooks they would put them on at like toy stores, like Toys R Us and stuff like that. Like, put them on hooks like that. That would be cool. Not for my like studio setup, I don't think. Um, I don't know. Maybe that would work for that, but something like that I want to do for those. Other than that, like my collection, like my DVDs, my PS1 games, 2 games, 3 games, PS4, PS5, all my games are going to be in these kind of spinning media towers that you can kind of see behind me. If I didn't have the blur filter, let me unblur it here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So that right there that you see, I already have 2. I have one there, and there's one still boxed up right there. Um, so that being said, I'm gonna re-blur this because I hate the way this looks. So I'm gonna just do this. Anyway, so that being said, that's gonna be the other hurdle, is like getting a bunch of those spinning media tower things, because they're kind of expensive. They're like $200-ish a piece, depending on like what tier one you want. Like, I think the one over there and over here is like the the 4 slotted one. I think that one right there is like a 2 or 3 slotted one. Because that one that's still boxed up is for all my CDs that my wife did move up. That we have a shelf upstairs. She just moved them all up there because I don't care about having them down here right now. There's still like a bunch right here that we need to like move, but and right here there's like stuff here you can't see. But That's what that one's for. It's my CDs because I have like probably 100 plus CDs at this point. In my collection so far. I'm not done getting CDs, but I think that holds like um was it 300 or 4? I forget what it was. It was some ungodly amount. I'm probably never gonna amass like 300 CDs, but you never know. Um, but that's what that is. If you guys are wondering what that like bigger box is, that's what that is. We just don't have a place to put it right now down here. We can make a place for it, but then it would just look more cluttered, and it would look like even more ass than it does now. So that's one thing. That's one hurdle is getting a bunch of different media spinning towers for like my Super Nintendo games, Genesis games, N64, um, NES. I guess I could keep in that closet because that closet you guys see right there, is where my NES games are. I might get one for that, and I'll probably reorganize like a bunch of those because that one out there has like PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5, Switch, Switch 2, Wii, GameCube. Um, just like a really mismatch of crap, and I would rather keep it all like organized. Like one have Nintendo stuff, one have like PlayStation, one have like like PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Dreamcast, Saturn, Sega CD, like disc based stuff. Like keep it all semi organized more than what it is now. That's my plan for that. But like I said, that's gonna be kind of expensive because they're not cheap. So I probably have to like space out when we get those. Unless like I would get like $1 billion in like Patreon support and I could just buy 6 of them like it's like $1,200 or whatever. I believe they're like. Let me see if I can find it on Amazon real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, woo, but they're not cheap. They're like $240. Now I don't think they were when we bought them. How much were they when we bought them? I think they were like 180 or something. No, they were still $200. I mean, they're only $40 more. Plus, that doesn't entail the metal lazy Susan we have to buy because it comes with like this shitty plastic one, and it's not good for like how much crap I'm gonna have put on it. So because that one still has the plastic one, and you can tell it's getting worn down. So yeah, it's not gonna be cheap to like get stuff set up the way I want it to be set up. But that's only like part of the like non-YouTube side of it. Like the YouTube side of it is gonna be like difficult, I think. Because the problem that I have with like YouTube setup things is that the PS1 disc I'm ripping is done. Oh, I'm finally done ripping my PS1 disc on my PS3. God damn it. Taking forever, man, but finally done. Now I just gotta get the artwork. Anyway, sorry, that distracted me. But anyway, so the problem I'm having with the YouTube side of it is how can I have everything set up to where I can physically do like 99.9% of it? I might need help with like 0.1%. The one thing that I'm having trouble with trying to figure out in my head is how I can have a setup to where, let's say, give me an example. Let's say I want to stream or record PS5 gameplay for a review or a video or a live stream, whatever, of Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Let's say. Let's say I want to stream doing online matches or something, or special forces or whatever. If I want to play another game outside of streaming, how would I plug it back into my TV? Or would I have it plugged in via, would I have the Elgato plugged in or whatever I'm using? Because I wouldn't use what I have now, because it's not very good. I've tried it with Switch 2 stuff. It does not work great with 4K stuff. It says it can, but it it's full of shit. It does not do well with 4K 60. It's malarkey. That's a bunch of BS. It does not do well. So I have to upgrade my capture equipment. Anyway, so that's my thing. It's like I don't know how I can plug it in to where I can have my PS5 plugged in to the TV when I'm just casually gaming, and then be able to plug it in without to my capture card without having assistance, as as little assistance as possible. I don't know if there's like some kind of USB extender I could get from for the back of my TV that I could easily just feed out through that I could plug in myself, but I don't know if they make 4K HDMI extenders. I don't know if that's a thing. And if they do, how long can they be? Because they would have to be pretty long to where I could reach them and unplug and plug them in at my leisure. Or have it plugged into a switcher box, which I don't want to plug in my PS5 to a switcher because I want to make sure it has like it outputs correctly and doesn't have any issues. Because I don't know if the switcher box that I have, I need a new one by the way. Some of the ports are going wonky on that. I don't know why. Probably because I've had it so long, and I've dropped it a few times, so it's probably dodgy because some of the ports are probably dodgy because they're kind of getting broken. But whatever, that's not too expensive, like $20, whatever. But that would be my only thing is I might have to relegate it to just being plugged into a switcher box or something, or maybe get an HDMI extender for like my HDMI port one or port two or whatever, so I can plug stuff in at my leisure, or like get like surface mounted, um, like mounted to the wall or something, like a surge protector or something. Um, something like it's something to make the room, the studio room, the YouTube setup room, handicap accessible, like Kevin accessible, Kevin user friendly. Basically, is what is going to be the biggest thing for me, because I do want to have like a good setup to where it not only looks good background wise, but if I want to stream and record video or talk about a game or talk about something and have gameplay over it or whatever, I can do that and easily do it. But I'm not sure the best way to do that. And if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments or whatever. I really think the easiest thing to do, setup wise, would be to invest in like a laptop that would be serviceable enough to do what I need to do, basically just for game capture stuff for like Elgato. But I don't know that much about laptops. I don't know how expensive to go. Do I need like a mid range? Do I need low end? Do I need high end? What would I need? I don't know. That's where you guys come in. Let me know what laptops you recommend for just like video capture stuff, like for Elgato, PS5 streaming, PS4, PS3 streaming, whatever. Let me know in the comments below because I have no idea. I'm not well versed in that kind of stuff. I don't know the specs of what an Elgato needs to run perfectly on a laptop. I don't know if they even have like laptop specs. I would assume there you can just look up comparable laptop specs. But I'm not sure what a good price is, where the best place to get a laptop from is. I don't know what the best kind of company to get a laptop from is. I don't know. Is it even a good idea to go get a laptop? Could I just get a like proper desk top setup made up to where I can have everything right here and my TV like right here or something? I don't know. That's the thing I'm gonna have to figure out. That's one of the biggest things. Once I get all that figured out and everything's all done and set up, I'm going to do a tour and show you guys what we all have done so far and what we all did. when it's all said and done, or like when it's like I would say like 70-ish% done. When stuff starts getting moved upstairs, that's when I'm gonna like want to do a room by room tour, show you guys like what we're doing and how we're making it accessible for me and stuff. That's my plan. Now, you're probably thinking, well, what does that do with you not doing the YouTube videos as of recent? And short answer to that is, guys, I mean, come on. Like, do, do, does it not bother people that my background looks like crap? You guys don't know how many comments I've gotten in the past, like, year about clean your room, blah, blah, blah. Why is it always so dirty in the background? Why is there always stuff everywhere, all on the floor, blah, blah, blah. Like, I get that all the time. And to those people that comment that, I understand that. But you also gotta understand, whether it be paper or wrappers or clothes or whatever, or like a towel or whatever, like, yeah, whatever, we could pick that up. But if it's like a box of food or like a box of Cheez-Its or like drinks or a bag of chips or something, I have to have that stuff where I can reach it. Could I put it on the counter out by the kitchen? Yeah, but that means I have to go all the way up the kitchen to grab snack food. I just want it to be convenient. Right here, grab it. There you go. That that's simple as that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm lazy when it comes to stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm like everyone else. Oh, I'll pick it up later, but we never get to it. When it comes to like clothing and wrappers and papers and just the overall floor being dirty, the room being looking kind of messy, that's my wife's department. Like, I can't really clean up that much, guys. Like, that's the thing. The studio setup thing would be more ideal because none of that would ever be, it would never get that dirty or like messy. Sure, it would look like an organized mess probably, but it would look like a studio setup for like a content creator. That's my goal. It's probably not going to look pretty for a lot of people, but for me, it's going to be suited and tailored towards what I need it to be. People don't understand. It's not easy for me to like clean stuff up and clean floors and pick stuff up off the floor and stuff like that. It's not hard for me. It's not easy for me to lean down and like pick stuff up. Some stuff I can't reach. And trust me, if I could, I would be like mopping these floors every day. Because I bring mud, dirt, grass, leaves. Like literally, I would do it every day if I could. And if I harped on my wife enough, she would do it. But like, she works 12-hour shifts, guys. She works until like 8 or not, like 8:30 at night. Hell, right now she's doing night shift. She won't be out till 8 o'clock in the morning. So cleaning the living room is kind of tedious for us because of her work schedule and all her days off. She doesn't really want to do much. I get that, but like, she's gonna have to like start doing some stuff because I gotta make sure at least the studio part of the room and upstairs stays relatively clean. I'm gonna try to keep it as clean as possible. But like the other rooms, like only reason I would go in there is to like grab stuff from my collection and stuff. But the other stuff is like I would have like a media room too, like where I would have my laser disc player hooked up, my DVD VHS player hooked up that I have. Um, Hopefully get like a region free Blu-ray player at some point, or maybe even like a dedicated 4K player at some point hooked up and watch 4Ks. Maybe like a surround sound setup. That would be kind of cool at some point. Because I would love to like actually properly watch movies and stuff instead of just on my PS5 and like have a good setup. Maybe get an OLED TV, stuff like that. Not like a crazy like $1,300 one or nothing. Just like a $700-800 one, maybe. I don't know. But that would be like for my old room or something, because my old room's fairly small compared to the other two rooms that I'd be commandeering. So I'd probably have like my DVD stuff in that room and like my video game stuff, like some of it in the studio room, and then like the rest of it in the other room. That's my goal. That's that's how I would want to do it. Is that, and then um downstairs, I don't know what we would do with down here because it would really look barren. Because like the TV wouldn't be there, the fireplace would be, but the TV wouldn't be because the TV would be upstairs with me. Um, but I don't know. So yeah, that's not planned for the year, but like that pretty much covers the entire year. Just like fix the channel, like be more active, be more proactive about like expanding the channel, getting the channel out there more, and stuff like that. I need to work on the channel, guys, because I want it to be at least somewhat successful. I'm not saying monetary wise, like make money doing YouTube, but like I want to at least build an audience and like at least try to make a little bit of scratch on YouTube. I'm not saying like make tens of thousands of dollars. But if that happens, cool. If it doesn't, I mean, I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna have fun with it. I'm still having fun with it. I don't have fun with the way the setup is. And my dad knows it. My mom knows it. My wife knows it. You guys know it. Everyone knows it that I've talked about changing the setup to. I fought tooth and nail when this tempor- temporary setup happened. I told my parents, I was like, you guys aren't gonna like the way this looks when all my stuff's up here. And my mom's like, oh, it's not gonna be that bad. And I'm like, Mom, yeah, it is. It's gonna look like shit. It is gonna look like shit. And she's like, watch your mouth. It won't say crap. And I'm like, no, I'm not censoring myself with that. It's going to look bad. And my dad was like, yeah, he has a lot of stuff. I don't think it's gonna look very pretty. And it doesn't. It really doesn't. I don't like the way it looks. I never did. I didn't mind it before I started like bringing some of the stuff up there from downstairs. But then as it started like filling, I was like, oh god, this looks really like lived in and like just messy. I mean, hell, guys, I I sleep up here. I sleep in the living room. I sleep on a freaking futon, for Christ's sake. Honestly, I probably have a, a bed. I think there's already a bed in my old room still, because I think that's where my dad sleeps. Um, when he's over here when we're at conventions and stuff with my brother. Um, I think there's already a bed in there, so that's probably fine for to have a bed in there. Like that, I'll have a bed in there and stuff. That's whatever. That's fine. Because that would be like my meeting room. Like I said, my DVDs and shit will be in there. So that'll be fine. That'll be where I sleep in my old room, which would be kind of weird because I haven't slept in that room in probably 20, 23 years or something like that. Probably one of maybe 14, 15 was the last time I did. When I was 14 or 15, maybe 16. I I remember one of the last times I can remember sleeping in there was when my wife was over during high school. She slept on the top bunk because we had a bunk bed. She slept up there, and I slept on the bottom. Now, me being a guy, I was like, oh man, I hope she comes down and wants to like cuddle at night. But no, it didn't happen. Nothing happened. We were good. She was a good girl. She wasn't bad. I wanted it to, but it didn't. Damn it. But now it does, because we're married now. So now it's allowed to happen. Anyway, beside the point, that's the last time I remember like actually like sleeping there because I think at the time they were building the room downstairs. So like I was still up there. Um, but yeah, I haven't been upstairs like for a long period of time in probably like 20 years almost. So probably like 21 years now, actually. I don't because I don't remember when the room got finished. I don't remember. I think it was like the middle of junior year or the start of junior year. I can't remember when it was. I don't remember. It might have been the end of sophomore year. I don't remember. I know I had the room when I started YouTube. I remember that. So I had it in '09. So we know that. Because we're not sure when it, we don't really remember. Um, but yeah, man, like that's my plan. Like just have fun, man. Just have fun the whole freaking year. Like that's all I ever do, guys. Like this is fun to me. It's work, but it's also fun. Is it my job? No. Do I get paid for it? In a way, yes, by Patreon. Thank you guys so much for your continued support over the last probably 8 years I've had Patreon, maybe. I think it's been 8 years. Thank you guys for everyone that's stuck around that long and stayed with me, past, present, future people that support me now. Thank you guys so much. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. There's a lot of video games, cool shit I've talked about over the years that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to buy or purchase or get from my collection if it wasn't for you guys supporting me. So thank you guys so much. I do plan to make some changes to Patreon at some point in the future. Probably when the setup gets done and over, I'm gonna do another video talking about Patreon changes. They're gonna be pretty big changes too. More ways for me to like give back to you guys. More ways for you guys to want to support different tiers and stuff like that. I'll give you some of the preview of some of the ideas I'm having because it's still like in the early planning stages in my brain. But some things I'm thinking about with Patreon are like having bringing back tier lists, but also having each tier like if you want to do like the first tier like just the standard dollar a month, whatever, and then we'll do the $3 a month and then $5 a month. $3 a month, if you do that, you'll get all the $1 perks. Plus, you guys can pick one movie a month that I watch, and I have to do a review for it for you guys specifically on Patreon. Then a week after, I publish it publicly on YouTube. That's for $3 tier. $5 tier would get you a private live stream with my Patreon supporters. I believe you can do that directly through Patreon. I'm not sure how to yet, but I'm going to look into it. So you'll get that, plus all the other tiers. You guys can pick one movie a month for me to do, and then, well, either one movie or one video game of your guys' choosing. It has, but it has to be a video game that for a system that I own. So like no Xbox stuff, no PC stuff because I don't have like a beefy PC. Unless people want to like send me like PC parts to like beef up my PC to play it on PC. Then I'll do that. But like for right now, I don't have a good enough graphics card to do anything like that. But a movie or a game if you're choosing, and then maybe like I don't know. Um, See, like the $5 tier, I don't know, but like the movie thing, that'd be kind of fun. The video game thing would be fun because it would force me to experience a game I would never play, and it could be whatever. It could be Fortnite, it could be Minecraft, it could be whatever, and I have to like either play through it, beat it, and then do like a review, or like maybe stream it for it with you guys, like my patrons for it, maybe make it a stream. I don't know. But basically, I want to make my Patreon more worth supporting rather than you guys just doing it because you guys enjoy seeing me happy and get excited when I get stuff in my collection. No, I actually want to get stuff that like you guys want me to like experience stuff like that, and I will still treat myself to some stuff, of course, probably, but I want to try to change things with that so I don't feel as guilty about having it, and I just want it to be more in tune with what people usually do with Patreon. And plus, I think that sounds kind of interesting to have you guys like force me to play a game I've never played before, or watch a movie that I've never watched before, or maybe like a franchise or something, like a movie franchise or something. I don't know. Example: Lord of the Rings, never seen him. Back to the Future, never seen him. Any of them. So like, there's some ideas. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of movies out there that I haven't seen that I would probably like, or that people think I might like. And if I don't like him, I don't like him. I'll be honest about it. So that's my plan for Patreon. But thank you guys so much for supporting the show, guys. It means a lot to me, guys, because there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't have been able to do without your guys' constant support and just love and support and positivity my way, like Vic Gomez, um, Harry Fernandez, um, all you guys that have been supporters for years. I know Vic, I know you're not now, but you were for like a good minute there. Um, I think Harry still is. He's been with the Patreon for like a long time. You've been supporting me since like day one, I'm pretty sure. So thank you guys, all you guys that support me, guys, girls, whatever you identify as. I don't want to pigeonhole you all. Um, I want to be inclusive. I don't want to get canceled. So, but seriously, guys, I'm trying to I'm trying to tiptoe and be careful about how I phrase things. Um, but seriously, thank you all for just having my back, supporting me, supporting my wife. Because when you're supporting me, you're also supporting my wife. My wife and I, this is basically a joint venture. She doesn't, she's not on the channel as much, but I know she probably wants to be more active on here. Maybe in the next year, she'll be more active on here. And there's stuff we want to do together. There's games I want to play with her on YouTube and stream and film with her. Shaolin Monks being a big one. I promised you guys that like years ago and never did it because we never could get a time worked out. But I really want to do that, especially now that I have an easy way to just play it on the PS3 um, in HD, fairly decent with no big issues. It should be alright. The emulation on the PS2 with PS3 isn't terrible from what I've experienced so far because I jailbroke my PS3. Oh, I think it's been like a week since I did it, and I've been like ripping my PS1, my PS2, and my PS3 games, both English and Japanese PS1 and 2 games. So far everything's played for the most part. There's been 2 games that I haven't gotten to play for some reason. For some reason, I can't get War Gods for PlayStation 1 to rip to a hard drive or mount it to a the virtual like disk drive because you mount it to the disk drive when you rip the ISO file and then you just play it like normal, but it doesn't the way that the PS3 rips some games is .bin.q and it reads it fine. Like when I put the disc in, it'll play fine. But when I go to rip it, it gets stuck at like 16%. And there's nothing wrong with the disc, as far as I know. So I don't know if there's some kind of encryption with War Gods or what it is. I don't know. But that game doesn't work. And for some reason, X-Men Mutant Academy 1 doesn't work. I don't know why. Mutant Academy 2 works fine. It's the same engine, I'm pretty sure. So go figure, I guess. I don't freaking know. I tried it like 3 different times. It kept locking up my PS3, so I stopped. I was like, I don't want to corrupt my new SSD I got in there because my wife bought me a 1 terabyte SSD. And I did a backup that took literally. I used an SD card USB reader. I had a I think it was a 500 gig SD card. I think was it 250? It was something like that. It was either 500 250, and I did a backup of my PS3 like file system, and it was like 70 gigabytes. It was huge, but it backed up everything I had done to that point. So, because I was still running off my old, I think it was a 120 gig hard drive, and I was just kind of digging around with the jailbreak, with it just testing it out. They all say not to do the jailbreak until you get the SSD. It's the backup process only took a, like a few hours to do, and then like a few hours to restore it when you put the new drive in. So I don't know why videos say you have to do like file transfer protocols and stuff like that. It's not that hard. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent here. Like I said, guys, I might go off on weird tangents. But yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past like 2 weeks, and why I haven't really done any kind of Family Feud shorts. Those have been doing like crazy well for the channel. I'm gonna keep doing those this year, but hopefully I can find like the PlayStation version of Family Feud and the PS2 version, because I want to see if those are any more screwy than the Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis version, and do some shorts on those. Maybe it'll be fun. I don't know, but anything else I didn't mention? Oh, one more important thing I forgot to mention. I don't know when they're doing this yet, but you guys know my wife and I, we try to go to too many games every year in Pennsylvania. Especially in Oaks, Pennsylvania. That's why I stuttered for a second. It's in Oaks, PA, and we go there at the end of June every year, or try to. There was like a 1 year or 2 years we didn't go. But every year we try to go unless something comes up. This year we're still planning on going, but this year I want to try to do something different. As soon as they announce panel signups, I'm going to try to sign up and do a panel with me and my wife talking about just me and her talking about, well, just life stuff like and things like that, but mainly video game stuff as well. Sorry, I was just eating a bunch of spicy stuff, and that's why my throat's kind of dry. Um, but mainly video game stuff. But I'm sure my wife's gonna like interject with like people are gonna ask us like life questions and stuff like that eventually. But I'm gonna try to focus it on like video games. Hold on. Oh, I had something in the back of my throat. I don't know what that was. Anyway, I'm gonna try to focus it on video games and stuff, and how video games are a good outlet for someone with a disability, and how I do gaming in general when I do play video games, like how difficult it is for me with some games, and like what kind of controllers do I use, what kind of controllers do I prefer, stuff like that. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to have a panel, because you have to fill out a form, you have to like say what your panel's gonna be about and all that stuff, and then submit it. They usually do like panel signups in like, I think it's like February or March. I think they might start doing like end of January and end of this month. I don't know. I have to keep tabs on the website, see when they start doing signups. But I want to try to do it, and I want you guys know now, because if I get the email that says, "Hey, you're gonna have a panel this day," blah blah blah. Hopefully it's not Sunday. I would rather not it be on Sunday, because that's when we usually drive home. But if we had to stay an extra day to do the panel, whatever, I would do it, or we would do it. But I would shoot for like Friday or Saturday, because we're probably gonna leave that Thursday morning, get up to Thursday afternoon. That way we'll be ready Friday afternoon. Hopefully that's when the panel will be if I get it. If I don't, whatever. But I'm still gonna be there. But if I do, I'm gonna let you guys know. And hopefully some of you guys can show up. Now I will let you guys know. Tickets for too many games are kind of expensive. They're usually like $100 to $110 per ticket. So they are kind of pricey. So kind of plan for it in advance. I'll try to let you guys know as soon as possible when and if I get um, chosen to be like a panelist. I think that'd be good exposure for my channel too. Just to like talk about my YouTube channel as well. Because of course I would talk about YouTube because YouTube has been a big part of my life for like the past 17 years. Almost. Almost at that point it'd be 17 years. Or well, however long it's been. Well, however long it's been. It's been like this smelling somebody doing a fire out there? Yeah, it's smelling like someone was building a fire out there. Smelling smoke. Not from in here. I definitely walked in from outside. I can smell it. Weird. Um, yeah, it's been about 2009 July. So, yeah, let me do quick math. Hold on. Yeah, I was right. 17 years. That just didn't sound right to me because that's so long. It's such a long time to be doing this. But like, I wouldn't trade it, guys. Like, you guys are the best people that I could ever ask to watch my stuff and like just be there and support me. Like, you guys are like the most supportive bunch of people that I've been privileged to give you guys content over the past 17 years. And I'm not slowing down. Like, I'm not. I know I haven't been very active this year, but I told you guys it's because of the setup. I want a better setup, not only for me but for you guys. I want to improve for you all because you all are the reason why I keep doing this. If no one watched my stuff, I wouldn't keep doing this. So thank you guys for all the support. I'll let you guys know about the panel thing. Um, like I said, I'm not holding up hope for it. It's like I'm a nobody. They're gonna be like, oh whatever. This guy's a weirdo. He doesn't really have any good topic. Who knows? I don't know. I have met the lady that does too many games. I think it was the first year we went. Like we were just talking. We didn't realize she was like the showrunner. She's like, oh yeah, I'm the showrunner. I'm like, oh shit. Well, oh crap. We didn't realize you were the person that was like in charge of it. So I mean, they seem like nice people. So like, who knows? And who knows? Maybe some of you guys will be there, and maybe it'll help the channel blow up and get an audience. And who knows? Maybe then in 2027 I could be a guest there. That's my goal, is to be like a guest at a convention, man. That'd be so fucking cool, man. Like, but the problem is, to close out the video, the problem with that is, I have to have like a social media presence, a YouTube presence, and just like overall, just people have to know who I am. And like, I'm no RGT85, I'm no Spawn Wave, I'm no like She Says, I'm not like Pat the NES Punk. No one knows who I am. I'm like a nobody in the YouTube space. I mean, I met those guys. So well, She Says I didn't. I saw them walking around, but I didn't. I say hi to them. I should have. But I met like RGT and Spawn Wave a few times. Um, John and Sean, Spawn Wave and RGT are super cool dudes. I can't wait to see them again. Especially Sean, he's really funny. He's a lot like me when it comes to sense of humor and stuff. Hopefully, I can hang with him um, this year. That'd be cool because I've been kind of talking to him outside of um, just the convention and being like, just shooting the shit with him. And he seems pretty cool with me just chatting with him. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get to hang out and shoot the shit about YouTube, and who knows, maybe I'll have some ideas and tips for me on what I can do to fix my freaking YouTube channel. I don't know, man. I don't want to bother other YouTubers that are way more successful than I am with my issues with YouTube. But yeah, I can't wait for too many games, and of course we're gonna do one at other conventions this year. We're supposedly doing one in February. My wife says we're going down to Tennessee in February. We'll see. I'm skeptical about that. If we get something to get signed by the person she wants to see, then I'll be like, fine, we can go. But if we don't have anything signed, I don't see a point to go down there. But whatever. I mean, we might be doing a convention in February. It's only like a 2-day thing. So we'll probably drive down there, drive back in one day. Probably, unless he wants to go both Friday. Is it Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday? I don't know. I'll have to look at the dates. It's like February 7th and 8th, I think, or something like that. Um, so yeah, typical cons this year, like Galaxy Con, too many games, 4 round probably. Um, Lexington, Toy Convention. Um, just saying run of the mill stuff, and we'll be doing videos about those when I'm doing them. So, trying to think if I missed anything else. Oh yeah, and of course, like we're doing replacing batteries in this thing. Uh, this needs new batteries. Probably a new joystick too. This needs a new joystick. I really need to get new wheels too. Um, other than that, pretty sure that's it. And more CD collecting. I've gotten a couple more CDs over the past couple weeks that I never showed you guys. Yeah, you know what? At the end of the video, I'll show you guys the couple CDs I've gotten. Let me turn off the blur here. Like I said, excuse the background. It's gonna be messy, but I'm gonna show you guys some of the CDs I've gotten over the past like month or so, I think. Um, and most of them are over here still. Um, did I put these up here? I think I did. Yeah, I'll do those last though. So this past weekend, we got a bunch of CDs here. Hold on, let me pause it and get my stack ready here. All right, got my first little stack here. Like I said, I'm gonna end this off on a little bit of a positive note here. Um, so some of these were got within the past like week or two. There was a couple that were like last month or the month before in November. But I don't remember when some of these were. But these first couple were like last week, I think. But first off, no joke. This my wife did it. I did not even want this, but she bought it. There are a couple songs by MC Hammer I like. Why is there glare on this webcam? Wait, what fixes? I know you guys can see that. It just it bug me. Wait, hold on, let me see if I can readjust this. There you go. The angle's not the greatest. You can kind of see my kitchen a little bit, but whatever. At least it's a little bit better than it was. Okay. Anyway, this wasn't my idea. This is my wife's idea to get this CD, but it is what it is. I do like two songs by this person, but we got MC Hammer's CD. Please don't hurt him. I think is what it's called. Please Hammer, don't hurt him or something. Of course, you can't touch this is on here. Um, have you seen her? That's a good song. I do like that song by him. Of course, I do have the handout game of MC Hammer. I think that's why she did it. as a joke. But yeah, there's that. No joke. Have MC Hammer. So I guess it's neat to have it, but good old MC Hammer or Stanley is his real first name if you guys don't know. But anyway, next we have the Eurythmics Ultimate Collection CD. This has like Sweet Dreams and a bunch of other stuff. All I know is like Sweet Dreams and I think Who's That Girl is the name of the other song I know by them. I do like that song too, but I haven't listened to that one yet. Now this one I did not tell her to pick this up because I just recently like reheard this song by this group, and I was like, oh, that's a really good song. I like that song, and it's Voices Carry, by Till Tuesday, and as a joke, I think it was when we got the Eurythmics. Um, I was like, hey, look up Till Tuesday, see if they have that. I didn't think they would have it, but they actually did. They actually had the CD itself of Till Tuesday Voices Carry. So my wife was just like, let's just get it. I'm like, whatever. I like one song by them, but sure, why not? Now I know this was like a month and a half ago, maybe. I think it was late November when I got this one from the flea market from my friend. I didn't even remove the sticker off of this one, but he randomly had it. He mainly sells videos, but he had Travis Tritt greatest hits for $1. And I was like, for $1, I had a couple of Travis Tritt songs. It's his early greatest hit stuff, so whatever it is, what it is. Um, then this one was gotten a while ago. Um, Shania Twain Up 2 disc edition. I believe it released 2 discs. One disc is the country version of the CD, and the other disc is the pop version of the CD. Now, this CD was gotten around the same time as um MC Hammer, I think, or maybe Voices Carry. I don't know. We'll save that one for for last because it's not really a music CD, but I never took off the price tag on this one. I'll show you guys how much we paid for it too. Um, so here is Bangles, the greatest hits. You know, Walk like an Egyptian, Manic Monday, Eternal Flame, that kind of stuff. But here's how much we paid for it, and I believe we had I believe they were going at 30% off too, or something like that. So that's what they had her price at. $6, not terrible, not great, but whatever. I'll have to get this tag off. But I thought I took this off. Yeah, I'll get that in a second. But there's that. And then finally, we got my last music CD I've gotten in the past, like, month or so. The Clash, the singles. And you're probably thinking, who the hell is The Clash? Rock the Casbah, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Those 2 songs. I know those 2 songs, so I was like, let me get the CD. See if there's any other songs I like by them. Fun fact: the Rock the Casbah that's on here is like a different version than you're probably used to seeing or hearing. So that's kind of cool. It's definitely like remastered in a way, but like they kind of changed it. I don't know if it's the way they mastered it or what. So who knows? I'm trying to think if I got anything else that is sitting over here. I don't think so. Besides the other like soundtrack stuff. But that's what I'm saying for last. Okay, so this one we got. I think it was it was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. I don't remember. But Star Trek 20th anniversary original television best of soundtrack, and it has like a bunch of different Star Trek themes, some music from some of the shows. I thought it was kind of dumb to get it because there's already like La La Land record CDs of like different Star Trek series and episodes and stuff like that. But it's a good comprehensive thing of like all the things like Next Gen, Voyager, DS9, the original series. Doesn't have Enterprise because it came out in like '96. So Voyager was new at the time, but there's that. And these last few are the ones I'm really excited to finally have because I've been searching for these for a long time. Um, I've had these for a while. I got these back in early November, I think. Um, from a from an eBay seller that's selling a lot of these. But Halloween 4 expanded soundtrack. That's cool to have that. Halloween 5 expanded soundtrack. And then my wife got me this one. And she's gonna be getting me Halloween 2 as well. Because they've been posting a bunch of those as well. Um, so here's Halloween 3 Season of the Witch expanded soundtrack. And the cool thing is they're not like CDR reprints. They're the actual pressed discs. Because there are CDR reprints of it floating around out there. So I think like either from his website or like from Amazon, someone was selling like high quality CDR reprints of these. And these aren't these. So these are like original. So I don't know how the seller got so many of them, but whatever. I'm not gonna complain because I actually really like the music to Halloween 3, 4, and 5 and 2. And I need to get Halloween 1, 25th anniversary. And 6 as well. 6 is hard to find though. But but yeah, there you go, guys. There's my little wrap up for the end of the year and into 2026. So hope you guys enjoyed this long 40,000 minute video. It's like an hour long, but hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. And I gotta readjust this webcam again, but I'll fix that later. Like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, whatever, just want to comment, whatever, leave it in the comments below. Leave a like on the video. Support the channel on Patreon if you want to. $1 a month. It really helps out the channel a lot. I've already said that like 4 billion times this past year on the channel. That's why I don't say that much anymore, guys. I'm trying to spare you guys the headache of listening to me say, support me on Patreon for $1 a month if you like the content, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's why I don't do that anymore, because it does get annoying. So, anyway, guys, hope you guys had a good New Year's. Have a good year. Stay safe out there. Uh, be kind to each other. Love you guys. Peace out. I'll see you guys later on. Probably later on this week. Maybe do another video talking about some stuff. I don't know. I'll figure some out. Who knows? Anyway, this has been Rolling Kevin, and I'm rolling out and rolling into 2026 with my head held high, and hopefully you guys have a good one too. Peace.